Welcome back to another tutorial. This is Jeff with the AI Social Studies Lab, and today I thought I would just show you guys how I make really just a solid batch of content for any class using NotebookLM. If you're not using NotebookLM, this is definitely something you should add to your arsenal as a teacher. Really helps with content preparation. And basically, you can find in your Google Suite. If you look in your waffle up here, you can see all kinds of different tools. NotebookLM is the one that has these little curved lines here. I'm looking here at the NotebookLM user interface, and as you can see here, I've got several notes already set up for myself. But we are looking at geography class. We're in chapter 12 here, so I'm going to go into this note that I already have made. And you can see here I've already uploaded some sources. Best thing about NotebookLM is that it will sandbox just your sources. So this isn't pulling from anywhere else on the internet. It's only pulling from the sources that I put in there. And I can select and deselect whatever I want here. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new source, just so you can see how I do that. And you can upload YouTube video, you can upload from your drive, whatever. You can copy text, throw it in there. I'm just going to upload a file. It's a PDF file of some of my textbook. And this is the relevant text for this section here that we're going to be making content for today. And ideally what I'm going to be making is all pulled from this text. It's pulling from my objectives, and then I'm going to walk away from this tutorial with a slide deck that my students can reference that has lots of engaging pictures and a lot of good information. We're going to walk away with an explainer video that they can watch to kind of give them some information about the countries and the regions that are found here in this chapter. And then I'm also going to show you how to make some guided notes that they can use to help them keep track with what they're learning as they go through the slide deck and as they watch the video. Let's go ahead and get started here with the first part. So the first part is I want to select the sources that I want to use. And I'm going to type in this prompt that I used for the last part here. So what it's going to do is going to look here for content, and it's going to look here for the objectives. So hopefully it's going to be giving me things here that are relevant to what they're going to be learning. All right, so as you can see here, it gives a very detailed summary of what's going on. We've got different regions, we've got different areas. These are all the different countries from that. This looks pretty solid. And again, you always want to double check, but I can see here that it is really only pulled stuff from this PDF. So that's really good. That's what I want. What I'm going to do here to make my guided notes is I'm going to copy this output. And once I copy that, I'm actually going to make a Google Doc. All right, so I have the summary that NotebookLM generated from my objectives and from my student text. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over to Brisk, and I'm going to have Brisk create something for me. If you scroll down, you can see here, it's going to, if you click guided notes, it's going to take this passage right here, and it's going to give guided notes. All right, and as you can see here, it is creating guided notes. And it gives the answer. So this is a very solid document here. So what I can do is I can get rid of the original text. And there's some formatting things that I'll want to go through and kind of mess with there. Certainly want it to be looking a little bit better. All right, it gives you the answer key as well. This is eventually what you want it to look like. So just better, a little bit better formatted, a little bit easier for the kids to access here. So that's some formatting that you can do on your own. All right, but I've got the guided notes doc. Okay, so we're back here in NotebookLM, and now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on making our slide deck. So we've got our guided notes. Now we're going to generate a slide deck. So in order to generate the slide deck, you want to come over here to the studio. All right, you go over here and you click, you can just generate it, but I like to do a custom prompt. I go with a detailed deck, and then I add in the prompt. Click generate, and that'll take some time generating those things. And then while we're doing that, we can also look at generating our video. So in order to do that, I need to make sure that I have the video prompt that I want to use. So we'll come back over here from our last chapter. I know that I had some good outputs here, so I'll look at this video and I will view the custom prompt. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to head back over into the note that I was doing, and even though we left the note, it's still generating when we come back. So that's good. We're going to do an explainer video. You can pick the style. I like using one of these three over here. So we're gonna go with heritage, and we're gonna put in our custom prompt. So we've got our prompt in there, and what you want to do is just make sure you have a custom prompt. It's going to get you the best output every time. Click generate, see what that does for us. So right now we've got a video generating, and we've got a slide deck generating. Okay, while we're waiting for that to generate, I'd like to remind everybody here that I have a school community that I would love for you, each and every one of you to join. The name of the school community is the AI Social Studies Lab. And you can find that by going to school and searching for that. And there's just a lot of content in here for social studies teachers, whether that be history, geography, government economics. You can check that out and join the community. It is totally free for you. Also, too, I got a teacher paid teacher store, so if you can check that out as well. Lots of good stuff in there for AI anti-cheating activities. I got bundles, I got free resources, I've got standalone activities, so please check it out. While we were waiting for those things to generate, I also went through and cleaned up the guided notes that I created, so that looks a little bit better than what Brisk originally created for me. And so now let's go ahead and look at what it generated for me by way of the slide deck and then also the video. Let's go and start with the slide deck. You can see here this is over my Balkan Peninsula, or Eastern Balkan countries and Eastern Plains countries from chapter 12 of my geography text. And you can see, man, it did a great job of just making detailed slides with great visuals for every country. You can go through here and just check out how amazing it is. Very visually engaging, way better than anything I would have created on my own. Probably just with some like boring text with some things that are ripped off of Google Images to throw in there. Totally non-professional, but this makes it a whole lot easier. So that's the slide deck that was generated for me just by using NotebookLM. And then also the video, and this video also is really solid content. We'll just kind of skip through some things here. And as you go through the video, you'll see how it has different types of information. It's got visuals, even puts like pages from my textbook in there sometimes, but all of it is just solid info that goes along with what we've been learning. And so that was generated for me. And basically what I can do is I can download both of these things. I'll show you what I did in my last chapter, chapter 11. And I uploaded them into Google Classroom. And that's how I use that. So they can watch the video, they look through the slide deck, they go through the guided notes, and it just creates a really solid educational experience. And then obviously too, I get up in front of the class and I teach a little bit as well. Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't do that. But this is how you can use NotebookLM to generate one, solid content that you can make guided notes into with a little bit of help from Brisk. Secondly, it's going to create a very engaging slide deck with lots of different pictures, lots of different visuals that can help your visual learners and help you in class as well. And then it's going to create a video that you can reference several times throughout the lesson. You upload it to your YouTube channels. You can do whatever you want with it. This is how I use NotebookLM to create content for my geography class.